Hi everyone, and thank you for joining today's session. Today we would like to give you a brief introduction to Leadtek HDMI Display Solutions and explain why this product line presents a strong opportunity in the current market. This presentation will cover four parts: market overview, technology overview, Leadtek solutions, and future development. First, let's look at the market overview. Let me start from the market side. In recent years, we have seen very clear growth in AI devices, embedded platforms, industrial automation, and smart terminals. As these products become more intelligent, the display is no longer just a screen, it is now part of the user interface, part of the control system, and part of the overall product experience. This is why display solutions are becoming more important in product design. At the same time, many traditional display interfaces still require a lot of engineering effort. Customers need to spend time on driver development, timing adjustment, and hardware matching. For many projects, this increases cost and slows down development. That is exactly why HDMI display solutions are attracting more attention. They provide a more standardized and more direct way to connect the host and the display. There are several key drivers behind this trend. First, computing platforms such as Raspberry Pi, Rockchip, and JSON are growing quickly. Second, Edge AI is creating more demand for local display and interaction. Third, many industrial platforms are shifting from traditional interfaces to HDMI or EDP. At the same time, commercial displays, medical devices, and automotive systems are also driving demand for higher resolution interfaces. Another important point is the ecosystem. HDMI is already widely supported by mainstream platforms, including embedded boards, AI platforms, and industrial systems. Because of this broad compatibility, HDMI is becoming a standard display interface in many applications. If we step back and look at the evolution of human-machine interface design, the trend is easy to see. Products started from simple buttons and LEDs, then moved to character LCDs, then to graphic displays, and now to smart graphical touch-enabled interfaces. Customers today expect more visual interaction, more intuitive control, and better user experience. So, in many applications, a modern display is no longer optional. It has become part of product competitiveness. That is where HDMI displays fit very well. Different industries have different display requirements. Some focus on cost efficiency, some on reliability, some on resolution, and some on sunlight readability. This is why flexible display solutions are important. HDMI displays can be adjusted to meet these different needs. Next, let's move to the technology overview. An HDMI display is a smart display solution that connects to the host through a standard HDMI interface. It allows the host to output video directly without complex display driver development. This makes integration much simpler for embedded and industrial devices. The system architecture itself is quite straightforward. The host device outputs HDMI. The receiver inside the display solution decodes the signal. Then the signal is converted into the format required by the panel, such as RGB, LVDS, or EDP. After that, the panel displays the image, if touch is included. the touch data is usually sent back through USB. So from the customer's point of view, the whole solution becomes much simpler and more familiar. The main components are the LCD panel, HDMI interface, and optional touch panel. Together, these parts create a complete display solution that is easy to integrate. The main advantages are very clear: plug and play, simplified integration, faster development, and broad platform compatibility. For plug and play, the key benefit is convenience. The host can usually detect the display automatically, so customers do not need complicated setup. Compared with RGB or LVDS, HDMI greatly reduces hardware complexity. It avoids timing design and lowers the barrier for system integration. Because the integration is simpler, development is also faster. Customers can save time on design and bring products to market more quickly. Another strong advantage is compatibility. HDMI displays can work with many platforms, including industrial PCs, ARM boards, Android mainboards, Linux systems, and Windows systems. Compared with traditional LCD solutions or some local suppliers, our HDMI display solution is more flexible and more efficient in development. So, Leadtek is not just a low-cost option. We position ourselves as a high-efficiency display development partner. And the remaining parts will be introduced by my colleague Eva. Hello everyone. Now let's move to Leadtek Solutions. We offer HDMI displays in a wide size range, from small size around the 4 inches up to large industrial size. The portfolio covers different resolutions, brightness levels, touch options, and the operating temperature regions, so customers can select solutions based on their application needs. Beyond the standard products, we also have additional capability in RCD design, touch integration, HDMI solutions, industrial reliability design, hardware customization, software support, clarification support, and supply assurance. This allows us to support both standard and customized projects. For smart home, HDMI displays can be used in control panels, ovens, coffee machines, dishwashers, and air purifiers. These applications benefit from modern graphical interface and touch operation. In industrial scenarios such as heat pump control panels, factory automation equipment, and energy management cabinets, customers often need stable operation, clear interface design, and long-term support. HDMI display can meet these requirements effectively. In medical and beauty equipment, display quality and user experience are both very important. HDMI solutions helps customers build a more modern and user-friendly interface. For EV charger displays, HDMI solutions are also very suitable. They can support different resolutions, touch functions, and industrial temperature requirements. who will show serial protective product examples, including 7-inch, 8-inch, 8.8-inch, 11.6-inch, 13.3-inch, and 15.6-inch, and 19-inch HDMI displays. Those examples demonstrate that our HDMI solutions cover many different size interface and applications. Finally, let's look at the future development. The first direction is all-in-one display. This means HDMI board, LCD touch, and the enclosure are integrated into one complete module. This is likely to become the mainstream product form in many applications. The second direction is ultra-thin modules. By integrating a smaller HDMI board directly on the back of the display, the structure becomes thinner and more compact, which is attractive for portable and independent devices. The third direction is natural HDMI integration at the panel level. This is more of a long-term trend. It has technical changes today, but it may appear in more high-end applications. Looking at the industrial trends, HDMI displays are moving toward smaller, thinner, and more integrated designs. High-end medical and automotive applications may also adopt more integrated HDMI solutions in the future. If you are interested in our HDMI display solutions, please feel free to contact us. We are ready to support both standard and customers projects. Thank you very much.